It's not a joke.
Don't mess with it.
It's not a joke.
It's a warning. Seriously.
It's not a joke.
We're trying our best,
They understand. Anyway, we're going into losers semis.
That is the stuff. Losers semis. Two players who have worked incredibly hard to get where they are. Whoa! Let's see what happens.
So, Luigi and Wario. We're going straight, of course, to your Pokemon Stadium 2. Again, shout outs to Trilby for creating the skin for this, as well as sorting out all the music for this one.
Let's go, Trilby!
We have, you can probably hear it, the clouds are electric, the energy is palpable. SBF is very much the crowd favorite here, but Luigi and Luugi, should I say, they're absolutely going to be tuning that out and doing what they need to do to take this
The
set.
venue is going to be absolutely deafening. I reckon we'll be talking over each other a few times just because we can't
absolutely.
hear.
I won't be
But
able to
hey,
hear a word you're saying either, man.
That's all right. We go on pure instinct, just like Luugi right now as he's trying to find something spicy, something interesting now as SBF just throwing out a couple of boots, just keeping him at bay, playing the space game, you know, using these platforms to his advantage. But the high cyclone will take you down.
Really good catch there from Luugi. It's an option that Warriors will pick often. If they recover high, they'll use the bike, they'll burn their jump. Luugi calling out instantly.
And I think SBF just realized something that is going to be a real lifesaver in this game. It's going to be hard to set up, but Luugi, I don't think they can find a 0 to death if SBF is stood on that bike.
Yes, yeah.
It just can't happen.
It messes up the hitboxes, you're absolutely right.
And so as long as there is always one, you know, arguably in play, that would be great. But obviously, then you got to worry about recoveries. So SBF got to utilize resource management very, very heavily here as one is in play. And there he is. He's hiding inside it. It's a great little shield.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. You've got the platform above you. You've got the bike next to you. And you've got a back end to your face, Luugi. Sam takes his first stock.
It's trench warfare right now. SBF just setting up like, oh, gee, Jimmy, how come your mum lets you have 2 shields? Because it isn't. Let me tell you.
Nearly caught him again with that Cyclone on that
Cyclone is nuts. This bike play is nutty.
Oh, what a read there from Luugi. Sam playing a little bit cautious, rolling away, and Luugi calling it out instantly.
Yeah,
can't be doing stuff like that. Not in losing semis.
Oh man, the air dodge was very late, but it wasn't able to be punished. Maybe just late enough to keep himself safe. He's going to find a safe landing. Rage is here to play. Going to wait a little bit. Good stuff. Doesn't want to fall victim to a tech roll at this percent as he's sent very far out.
Lovely pickup there from Luugi again, just catching Sam trying to get back into center stage. Luugi's really, really good at picking up kills with that back air. We'll probably see it quite a lot in the set.
Definitely. Now we've got a waft online, but you don't want to use it just yet. You want to find a kill now. Sends him off stage. If you can find it here, that could be it as down air comes out, but he just goes a bit too low now. As there it is. Do we get an up special? Do we get anything at all? Nope, instead SBF going to make a little bit of a comeback now as he finally eats a plunger. But there's the punish if he can find it.
I love that from Luugi. That was a lovely option. Unfortunately, he doesn't get it, but super, super strong flip. And this is the thing, like Luugi hasn't hit the 0 to death, but he's just been able to tack on percent constantly, calling out things like Sam's jumps and his landing.
I've said this before, and I will say it again. Luugi has an instinctual combo for every tick of percent in the game.
It's insane. He's so smart at winning. Unfortunate DI there, and Luugi takes that first game, 2 stocks. Pretty comfortable, so all things considered.
Yeah.
If you're Sam in that position, you're getting. You've got to understand that your jumps are getting called out often. You're getting caught on your landings often. How do you actually pull that back? Do you stop engaging as much? Do you just pick your spots a little bit better? What would you do in that situation?
Yeah, well, the issue is we did see Sam coming up with some very interesting kind of methods. We saw, I really like the bike usage. I thought it was fantastic. Even the fact that you kind of force Luugi to reposition it just means he's not pressuring you. It gives you time. You get to charge waft, you get to chill out, you get to clear your head. You know, what I really want to see from Sam, though, is just more off-stage pressure. You know, he's not able to find these 2 frames. He's not able to find these attacks off stage because Luugi either reacts too quickly or Sam is just on the other side. He's just relying on these meaty hits and then not able to chase in time, right? He needs to set up ledge scenarios and pay them off. The taxman is here, Sam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're getting Sam, Brooks, Franklin, SBF is going to SBF. Small battlefield. Game 2. Let's see how this goes.
Advantage, so I'd like to see. King in the North, can he do it now as we are here? The Sonic theme is blaring. You're going to hear a bit of a preview to karaoke, I do believe, here today.
Lovely news. So, in this kind of position, again, it's a bit of a smaller stage now. We're not working with as much space as we used to, which I think Sam's not too upset about.
Oh, and misinput of the jab, I got to say. Probably tried to go for a pickup, but just wasn't quite what he wanted.
Yeah. Okay.
See what he can do. Pressure keeps coming. Luugi trying to force Sam to avoid short hopping with these fireballs, but he's not going to be dissuaded. He's just going to time it perfectly because that's just the kind of player Sam is.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And
you can see how this game's going so far. Like they're playing a lot around each other's shield. Oh my God, Luugi went for the taunt kill.
Yeah, that was a long setup for a mix-up.
I love that.
There we go, able to beat out the plunger with the Nair just long enough now. Good job from SBF keeping the space, keeping glued to this platform, because then he's got the option to use these run-off aerials, and those can be so strong if used in the right scenario, because there's not really much Luugi can do to counter unless he goes for a Cyclone, which can be punished, Sam.
Yep. This is a much slower game than that game 2, game 1 should I say, sorry, which is definitely an interesting one. I think it's the right choice from both players to just slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And again, like I was saying, for Sam to pick his spots a little bit better.
That is the stuff. That's what you like to see now. See if the up smash barely drops the shield. But SBF still looking pretty good if you can find an early kill.
I think in that position, you just got to be a little bit more patient in your shield, because Luugi instantly able to call out the fact that he was going to run out of his shield and kills him with the up smash. Sam gets a hit for it. Oh my gosh, he's off stage.
Yeah, that's the stuff right there. Can he go all the way? Barely falls out of the up special. That was very close. Dash attack whiffs.
And there's
big head. Any head fans in the audience? Let's go, SBF.
Okay. Oh my gosh, hold on.
Oh,
Sam's
what a mix-up. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you got to find.
Yes, and Sam's waft is around now, so he's able to do it. I think if he got it a little bit earlier, then maybe he could have gone for that up to waft after that little interaction. That was nice.
Mike is in play. Luugi, he's going to find the back throw, but Wario a little bit too chunky for that kind of nonsense.
That was a nice mix-up there, sorry. Can't carry on.
And the crowd is chanting waft. No offense, fellas. Nah, dude, this is not where you want to waft. You want to find a clean kill when you've got the advantage, and then you want to bring it home with a 0 to death. Speaking of which...
Okay, that's so much percent. 88% of that one interaction. And now he's at the ledge. Luugi is cooking with heat, man. Jab. Oh my God, trying to go for a jab. Makes up from the shield. That was
trees to the bike, repositions. That's what you want to see now. Forces it all the way down, but the tech is unhuman, man.
Who takes that? Who takes that? That's insane.
Ludicrous stuff, but the shoulder barge is here. And now we've got an angry Wario, an angry Sam, but the tip of that cap is just too much.
Catches the jumps again, and that's what you got to be so careful of, because Luigi's up smash is super quick.
Yeah.
Out of shield is a really quick option. Obviously up B is like everyone's go-to when it comes to Luigi out of shield, but up smash is an option really strong. The amount of times that Luigi's got kills because Sam has jumped a little bit erroneously into that up smash, it's got to be something that Sam addresses quickly, otherwise this is going to be the end of the road for him.
Yeah, no, he's got to come up with a plan very quickly. He is getting there. We are seeing some very interesting adaptations. We are seeing him claw a bit closer to making this a close set, but Luugi always has a little in the tank.
What's happening here? A little dance from Luugi, he's loving it. He's loving life.
Yeah, no, genuinely, like, Slender Man, that one SCP that snaps your neck, Luugi when he's having a dance. The 3 scariest things you can see. genuinely frightening now is the up tilt.
Oh my God.
The up throw into up air even. Not quite paying off the way SBF intended.
Okay, gets the up throw into back air. Sam getting some nice percent here. 74 on the board, and we're seeing something a little bit different here, No Rose. Sam's got a pretty decent lead.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. He's slowed it down a lot. I know you mentioned that last game where we were playing a little bit slower, but once the pressure set in, SBF, he sped up, and that was his downfall.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see if he can keep composure and keep it strong because he's playing the character that rewards it. Oh, B-reverse runs right into it.
Eats him and the plunger,
Oh.
and he gets the backhand kill for it.
That's what we like to see, but Luugi never one to be counted out now as he gets a little bit of a string of his own. Bike is in play now. Forced to go for the up air.
But now you're in this position where you don't want to be going too fast, right? Get this percent.
Oh!
And now, yeah, perfect stuff there from Sam. Just retreat back. Unfortunately, he's going to eat the percent for it. But he doesn't overextend. He doesn't get too antsy.
Oh, that's the
and
stuff.
Just like this. Oh, head dodge is gone. What a recovery that.
Oh! That's the SBF I know and love.
Unfortunate there from Sam. Really smart recovery there from Luugi. Baits out a super low recovery because he used his air dodge early. Jumped and got away from all of it. Really smart stuff there from the OE native.
It does definitely hurt as the spike comes out, the bike comes in, but he just doesn't make it.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow, what a way to shift the momentum. And just like that, is Luugi going to find himself in losers finals?
Let's find out. SBF gotta claw it back. What is the plan? What has he got? He's got a waft almost there, but it's just the tip of the iceberg for what SBF has to do now. Going to see if he can pull it all the way back, or if Luugi...
That could be the stock. I think that's going to be it.
Oh, makes it back. Got to burn the waft.
No waft, unfortunately. It's a big win con just gone, unfortunately, but he had to do it, otherwise that was the set. Back throw, not going to do it. He's got his last legs on.
Can he take it? There it is.
But how do you come back from this large deficit without waft now?
Any stray hit, any whisper, any sparrow's chirp will take SBF out.
And another ult smash does it. Luugi with a 3-0 against Sam. But Sam with a 4th place finish. You can only applaud it.
And you can't believe that Sam isn't a bit frustrated from that. Who wouldn't be? But it was an incredible journey the Northern Star went on today. Seriously.
So I think people wrote him off a bit. I think it's fair to say that people did underrate him a little bit for this event, but to get 4th place, highest place in North player in the tournament, fair play to him, man. You don't want to forget about SBF. He's still around. Remember that.
The fella is on the come up once again, and that is the beauty of these, you know, because if anything, I think there's a little poetic, right? If you cast your mind back to last invasion, we didn't have as many invaders, obviously, because the times were a bit more tumultuous.
Sure.
But really, it was one of the big kind of comebacks of Curry Governor, right? Who had dropped off, you know, he dropped off the scene. He wasn't playing as much, and when he was, you know, he was still kind of making his way back in. Meanwhile, suddenly he makes this resurgence. Suddenly, the fire is lit once again. He is back, and you can see a nice bit of poetical symmetry here again. SBF, after not finding the results he wanted for that much, goes on a tear, takes names, scribbles graves, doing an absolutely fantastic job, and he just goes to show the beauty of invasion, right? It's such a great proving ground for
100%.
new and old players.
100%. And I think it is such a good place for people to prove themselves. You're absolutely right. We've seen so many different upsets. We've seen so many fantastic sets. Sam has proved himself throughout this whole tournament to get 4th place, but we're in the top 3 now. If you're ever going to prove yourself, this is the moment.
Now is the